No matter how attentive you are when taking care of a vegetable garden, some plants may be damaged, sometimes severely, by many different insect pests. Scouting for them on a regular basis will allow for early detection and prevent severe damage to plants and crops. In general, insect pests are more difficult to control once they are established. Some insect damage can be tolerated by most plants, and a good harvest will still be possible. Some pests can be easier to exclude from vegetable plants than others. The imported cabbage worm, butterfly, and cross-striped cabbage moth, for example, need to fly onto brassica plants in order to lay eggs. They can be kept out by using row covers, especially as crops like cabbage, kale, and other brassicas do not require pollination. Make sure to anchor sides of the row cover firmly to the ground so the insects cannot get under it. Feeding by four-line plant bug nymphs in adults can be mistaken for a leaf spot disease. Damage may only be on a few leaves and not affect the development of the vegetables. They sometimes cause considerable damage to herbs and can be difficult to control in that instance. Tobacco hornworms are a species of sphinx caterpillars that are often found on tomato and other nightshade family plants. They may go undetected until a major loss of leaves occurs as these caterpillars grow larger. They can be easily hand-picked off plants when found. There are 3 species of potato beetles that are pests of potato, tomato, eggplant, and other nightshade family plants. The 3-line potato beetle, shown here, emerges in early spring and feeds on wild nightshade, moving later to vegetable crops. Look for larvae feeding on the underside of leaves. Both the Colorado potato beetle on the left and the false potato beetle on the right feed on nightshade family plants that include the wild nightshades, potato, pepper, and eggplants. The Colorado potato beetle larva on the left and the false potato beetle larva on the right can often be found feeding together on the same plants, and adults can also be present at the same time as well. There can be multiple generations a year. Look for eggs of potato beetles and crush them when found. Both the common and spotted asparagus beetles damage asparagus. Emerging spears can be crooked in the spring. Look on plants throughout the growing season and handpick adults and larvae. Look for eggs on all parts of the asparagus plants and crush them when found. Here they are seen on flower stem and the main stalk. Mexican bean beetles can cause severe damage to bean crops. They feed on leaves and the beans as both adults and larvae. In this image, the larva of the bean beetle is on the right, slightly above the pupa on the left. There are several caterpillar pests of cabbage and other brassica. Damage from the imported cabbage worm, cross-striped cabbage worm, and the diamondback moth caterpillars is similar feeding damage. These pests can be kept from damage if row covers are installed in time to keep moths and the butterfly from laying eggs on the leaves. They will often lay eggs on any mustard plants growing near the vegetable garden in the early spring, and then move to brassica crops for their next generation. This is a caterpillar of the imported cabbage worm butterfly. These are caterpillars of the cross-striped cabbage worm moth. They can occur in large numbers on the same plant, causing considerable damage. Cabbage caterpillar pests will also feed on ornamental cabbages and kale late in the year. Here's to a bountiful harvest. These are only some of the insect pests of vegetables. For further information and control options, contact us at the Yukon Home and Garden Education Center. We are here to help you grow.